Do they? Gosh, they're just drafting at the speed of light now. Oh my gosh, that feels bad against DogChamp.
That's a good Timber pick. Oh man, they snapped that so fast. I could just like feel the searing pain of B9 right there. Like, oh no. Yeah.
And the immediate pause by DogChamp, as they need to now think, how do we deal with this Timber? What are the options available to you, Trent, here? How do you deal with this Timber now with the last 2 picks?
That is a very good question. I mean, Timber has a plan, right? Wants to do well in the lane, get to level 6, bully your carry out of the lane, so therefore it's a jungle, and try and knock down that tower as fast as possible. And when it comes to the lane of contesting the Timber, a lot of that usually comes from the supports. And in this case, it was probably going to be an ABBA. So now that's really awkward because ABBA, I mean, unless you like, you can actually win that matchup if you do well in the first couple of levels using the silence and you have the right carry on your team. So maybe that might be something they opt for, like someone a little more aggressive, kind of like that idea you have with Scourge. Well, I mean, like the Wraith King sort of idea, like follow-up stuns, actual right-click damage. Luna, I think, would probably be ideal with some magic, and they're going to go for the stuns of the Sven. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
Oof.
All right. Sven versus this lineup, though, there's a fair amount of ways to kite him about. You got a nice amount of control, a couple BKB piercing controls as well. I'm not totally sold on this pick, besides the stun, not going to lie. Also, strength hero.
Yes, it massively depends on the first couple levels for the Timber. I do think you can ruin his game. It is certainly possible with the ABBA and the Sven, but it is easier said than done. That is for sure, right? There's a reason Timber is really strong these days.
Okay, what last picks will we be seeing here? What can we see as a carry for the cut Moxxi from Scourge's pool? Do you want Tempo again, like you suggested, or do you want to go for the late game this time?
I think looking at what they've got listed here, I think you still go Tempo, right? You've got this Timbersaw who's going to be making a lot of problems, as long as it has a good laning phase, right? That's very, very dependent, because otherwise he just feels like a giant creep that does pretty much nothing. But I feel like with their particular lineup, just more burst, just more, obviously you need someone who's going to be able to hit those buildings. But I think like their lineup really looks good if you're able to just keep up that momentum and that pressure. So I don't know what would fit in here. Lifestealer was banned out. That's something that we've seen a lot of. But
oh wow! All right, they're gonna snag the Rubik. Of course, like we talk about Frugos all the time. It's like this big Rubik player, and I don't think we even get to see it yet. So finally, going to be coming up instead for DogChamp, just ensuring that they'll be the ones with the plays this time. I mean, you talk about carry heroes. They ban out 2 heroes that are really good with the percent-based damage between like the Siphon as well as the big Scythe. So that's mostly to protect the Timber, but could end up helping it whatever their one is. The Wraith King is still not horrific here. I think it's got some advantages versus like the way that the Sven wants to play, as well as this like single target chain stun into just like death. There's no real concerns about losing your mana. So if he's comfortable on that, he could do that. They could do like an illusion hero, because the clear is actually not very good from DogChamp.
Except for the Sven, of course.
Yeah, other than the Sven. But, Sven can only be in one place at a time. Like, you don't really have a great support for clearing waves necessarily. Like Rubik, if he gets the right steal, of course he can. Yeah, that's not so great for the carry pick, but really nice Timber game. So I'm still super sold on the cut. I feel like they're in a very good spot right now. I kind of like Morphling, I think, is the hero that I'd probably go for, but I can't recall seeing a Lost Scourge McDuck Morphling in my head, so I'm not sure.
No, I agree. I think of Wraith King whenever I think of him, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. It's like the only hero.
I mean, the Spectre's solid too.
Yeah.
You can still make it work. You've got a lot of pushing potential with the Skellies coming out. Typically, those games tend to go a bit longer when you have a Wraith King, which it still works with what the cut has to offer here at the table. And then what also, just being able to bounce back again after that God Strength has been used over on the side of DogChamp. But let's see.
Oh, Razor. Okay.
All right, that's
quite the change.
Yeah.
They saw the Envy games and they were like, "Wow, we like this. This is a good idea."
Yeah, it got banned out earlier too with the DK picks, right? So they're gonna bring it out now, and that's gonna be pretty obnoxious. Very annoying for whatever the 3 is. That's a 3 Pango. Sorry, 3 Hoodwink.
A 3 Hoodwink.
Sorry, I saw Lucky.
Just immediately, yeah.
Pango, of course. Yeah. I mean, he likes the animal characters, so if he's good at Pango, I feel like it just stands to reason that he's going to be good with the squirrel. I'm excited about this match, actually. Some really odd picks here in true NA Dota fashion. One match away from elimination. Time to experiment. Moxxi, I'm going to ask you first. What is the draft that you favor here?
I feel like every time I say I really like this team's draft, they don't end up winning, which is a little bit of like a, am I cursing them a bit? I like what the cut has, though. Again, I'm going back to the idea of, having these skirmishes, having, a Timber Saw. Again, you can ruin his lane and then slow him down. But I feel like Ray Lalisa really shines on these heroes that are very tempo controlling, which a Dragon Knight is, but it's not flashy. It's not something that, is going to be making crazy plays. And I don't know enough about Licky Licky Hoodwink, honestly. I'm going to go with the cut, though. I may have just cursed him. I'm so sorry if that's the case. I like their draft, though.
Trent?
I believe he is an annoying hoodwink spammer these days. As Avo said, he likes to pick up the new heroes and give them a run. So should be cool. I don't think I've gotten to cast one of his 3 hoodwink games before, but I guess that the heroes picked was kind of the only option, especially with the lane matchups. So good adjustment there. And I'm curious how the earlier levels with the magic damage will really help them versus the Timber.
So, are you siding with DogChamp this time?
Oh, me? Yeah, sure. Let's go DogChamp.
All right, let's go.
Sorry.
Had to nudge him off the fence there for a second. Let's go. The Cup versus Champ last match for once our panel is divided. Who will be the true cursor? Who will be the true analyst? We're going to see in a second as they're going to face off for the last time today. One of them is have to be eliminated. We're sad to see them go, but excited to see the other team pass. Let's see who that team is going to be as we get into game number 3.
And we already got some action coming out here, as you can see the cut is just chasing after Yaren here. He's got another Earth Spike up. He's going to be able to stun it again. Don't have any other slows, but Rusi jumping forward. They'll steal a little bit of this damage. They need one more hit. No, they needed one more. Brogus just not quite enough here with that damage, so.
And have his oatmeal this morning. Not strong enough,
Not supported enough. Lukey, though, sticking around in the area. This is questionable.
All right, that was
the
sick.
Tips come out.
They called that out so hard that he's going to come right back in. Just grab a free kill after a almost failed attempt.
And the high five. Woo. Yeah, they're feeling good over on the side of the cut.
Oh yeah, the absolute best part about that first blood is that no one took a dumb skill. Everyone still has skills that are just good, We had some games yesterday where some lanes were absolutely ruined because of the abilities they had to take for a first blood, and it was definitely not worth it. So things already looking much nicer.
Definitely feels better when you can pick what's actually good in lane and not just for that first blood. But which lane do you think we should be watching here specifically, Trent? Which one do you think we're going to see a lot of action?
All that matters is Vol getting to level 3, more than likely, with the 2 points into the reactive armor. Because they really want to just bully as much as possible with the early levels in the shield, and then the early points into, I would hope, the Curse of Avernus. I feel like that's how you have to play this lane, but again, it completely just depends. It's so... Oh my god, Bloody 9!
Oh my god, Bloody 9, the career assassin? 2 of them just strolling on in. All right. That's a good way to make sure that this lane is not going to go super great here. Although Vol is just chasing after the Whirling Death. Too strong, so that's going to be another kill going over to the side of the cut. But they're going to be lacking some resources for a little bit here.
Massive amounts of worth right there. Unfortunately, yeah, they, of course, did both deliver, and they do have a lot of stuff now in their inventories. But, I mean, that's a lot of gold that you're getting for your whole team there. That was 50 gold for everyone. That's a 500 net worth swing by doing that.
Really feels good here as a little bit of support battle over here on the side. You can see that annoying lion taking away some of that mana over on Bloody 9. And Vol continues to just do Timber Saw things, so I'm not convinced just yet.
My math wasn't quite right on that, because I was thinking that they would have gained the gold if they hadn't killed the couriers, but that's not really how it works, you see. Anyway, Timber is
there
dead.
we go.
NA math strikes again. But yeah, excellent stuff so far. And B9 not needing the point in the Curse of Avernus quite yet. And still managing to get the kill. So I'm sure he's pretty happy about that. They're going to keep the wave on that camp as well, blocking that out. So good stuff to counter the Timber. Timber wins this game for me. So everything is on Vol and how he performs in this lane.
No pressure on him at all. Man, I wish we had Noxel here because I want to ask just what his stats look like for playing Timbersaw. Just like if he's got it going for him or against him or whatnot, but...
With the bronze Dota Plus that's worrying you?
I'm just curious, okay? I've been spoiled, you know, casting DPC, being able to just ask JJ questions and having him immediately write it in the side, you know? Where's my statsman?
I think he's, you know, working or something. What a loser. Can you imagine? Not being here for us when we need him most? Alright, well, mid is looking amazing for Lisa because he's a Dragon Knight versus a Puck, and Puck really can't do much. He's up to level 4 now, though, so I would hope that Rusi can pretty much secure whatever creeps he wants at this point. So the knives should be winding down, and we'll hopefully be able to get some good grabs under the tower. Of course, I said as he misses. Thankfully, Houston looked away. Close one. As we're watching this bottom lane as a very interesting duo of Hoodwink and Rubik. Not something you get to see too often.
It's not indeed. I'm watching the other lane. I'm watching Frogos just getting like slapped here by Bloody Nine.
Don't lie. You're Googling his stats on Timber. I understand. It's fine.
Totally not. Oh, run,
oh, Bloody Nine? Oh, I can't believe he didn't go for it.
He could have, honestly, but he's got some other bigger fish to harass up here in this top lane. He's going to start getting some clicks off over here on Vol. My thing is I want to see a rotation come out here for this mid lane, because the second that he leaves this tower, it's going to go down to Lisa, and they're going to get that advantage. So 4 minutes are coming up. You can see that Frogos making sure that he can secure up the rune over here, take it away from Lisa.
Wow. And even getting it for himself, not even needing Rusi to come grab it because he had his own water rune. What a kind mid laner to allow his support to take that and stay on the map with his allies.
I'm sure that that was not the play. He needed to be more greedy and just, you know, start picking Frugos frantically. Just like, how dare you, sir?
Hey, you never know. It might come back to bite him. Oh, Pingu, by the way, has an Orb of Venom here, but there's Boots and a Woodlace on Yaren, and there goes your Courier.
So slow. Oh my god, Yaren might actually die here. Not careful. Don't have any more slows, though. Not enough slows left here in the bank. It's Lukey taking a lot of harass as well. It's going to be able to just use the Bushwhack and scamper away. I wish they called it Scamper instead of Scurry. I don't know. It just seems more flavory.
Scurry's pretty good, but you're kind of right. They do definitely Scamper as well. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that could have been the Agnons or something. Instead of Decoy, it could have been Scamper.
Could have been. I have not seen many people use
Oh
the
my god! Moxxi, look, an Ancient stack!
Oh my gosh!
It happened.
It's happening! Alright, DogChamp's gonna win this game now. They got the stacks
Europeans. Going. And they're onto it. That's what it is. Vol, though, doing it much better than Lukey in terms of these offlaners, right? Like, Timbersaw, of course, needs a lot more early, whereas I think Lukey is more concerned about the levels and will be trying to move for pickoffs and not be as like static and stationary as a Timbersaw player likes to be. But that's why I think that Vol's start is so important, because if Vol gets off to a bad start and is low on the levels, all I foresee is a core Hoodwink having really early heavy magic damage with like a Veil or something, and they go one stun, blow up Timber.
You can see that they did pop the dragon form in the mid lane. They had a rotation come out from Pingu to try to you know, offset it for dive. Oh, the arcane rune getting snapped up here by Frogos. It's up to be careful. Bloody Nine also running his way over. Do have those tranquil boots. Nice stun coming out will allow Frogos to stay alive. Rusi on the back line here does have the Dream Quest. Gonna use it over on Bloody Nine. But should be able to possibly get off enough damage here with the silence. Rusi, final click goes off, and Bloody Nine will fall as well as his courier. So that nice living armor is going to be able to heal Rusi right back up again. And they managed to protect their tower from the first Elder Dragon form coming out from Lisa. I think that's pretty value here.
Yeah, and sends out a wand instantly just because he ran out of mana there and he wouldn't be able to get the kill on the Puck if he had a stick even. It's like, you know, I'm going to be competing a lot and like lots of team fights. I should really have a wand right now. So that should salvage him for the next one. I could definitely see him being a Midas gamer here too on Lisa. Let's go. Give me some of that, you know, tiny-esque Dota where he just gets like blinking Midas. I feel like this guy wants to be a bit greedy. Show me that after these treads. Okay, he's definitely not going to, but I can dream, can't I?
You can dream. You can always dream, Trent. Reality is a harsh place to be.
Timber looks like a bit of a nightmare right now.
Yeah, Creep's not looking too good. He's gonna go down for the long sleep here for a little bit. Nice long nap, you know, rethink his game plan. This Timber, though, like you said, this is the person you're watching. He seems to be having a good time here. How concerned are we if you are DogChamp about this Timber?
Very concerned. Timber just wins this game to me. I feel like it was an excellent pick, and there was like maybe a chance you could do something about it in the laning stage, but oh, he's TPing. A Timber player TPing?
He's TPing because he sees Rayla Lisa has no mana left. That's a kill for Vol. Very happy about this. Couple plinks over here onto Yarn, but don't have a whole heck of a lot of mana, so Vol, he's just gonna tank this. They put a lot of priority over here on this mid towers. Bloody Nine also needs to be careful. There's quite a few people here, and there it is, those Arcanes being hit. They'll blow up Bloody Nine, and they'll be bloody happy about it.
Wow, I love this play. Why doesn't this happen more often, honestly? Like, a punish like that. I mean, Dreamcoil is such an amazing setup for TP rotation, so part of it is that it can be difficult for Timber to get there in time in a lot of situations, but now the pressure on this tower is just immense.
The teleport's in. Yeah, Yarn is just blown up. Rayla Lisa teleported in, but he's going to be careful because this Timber is just going to be hitting him constantly. Not a whole heck of a lot of mana left over here on Vol. Okay, there it is. There's that God Strength coming to play. Pingu trying to just move around here in the trees, but the trees are being cut down. He's got to be very careful as he makes his way through, as Vol is trying to support him, but is slaughtering his brother in here. As not much mana, again, left on Vol, so they're going to back off on the side of the cut, but they caused a lot of teleports over to this mid lane, and even forced Creep to stop farming and use his God Strength to participate in the fight.
I will say, I absolutely love how Creep played that, though, because he saw the TP in from Volt. Right away, he was back on the top lane. He pushed out 2 waves, and then he joined the defense. So he's there for a minute, and then he's able to come up and grab these stacks from his teammates. So typically when you join, as you said, it like costs you a lot, but I think Creep played that really well and still get a ton of value while also holding that mid tower. So in the end, I'm not sure if that was really worth it for the cut. Like, it went really well. Like, you know, it could have obviously been a little bit worse if they just like turned a couple bad spells. So I think there was a little bit of a high risk scenario there, but he kind of gave up this pressure that he had on the tower.
Now my question, because I've seen 1 second actually, hold that. It's a nice bushwhack. He's charged up here, but the Dream Coil has been used. He's gonna try to scurry away, but there's just too many arrows on the side of the cut. Coming in hot here in the bottom lane. As the top lane here, Vol's gonna have to Timber Chain around. He's definitely swinging around his weight, though. Let's have the courier coming over to him. It's gonna get killed, but it's already had its delivery. Got the full Hood of Defiance. My question was gonna be, though, Trent, I don't see a whole heck of a lot of, oh gosh, and there's more fighting going on. Hold on. Hold on!
He's clarity in Bloody Nine's face and didn't even matter. It's like, no cares. I can't resist myself. How is he not just queuing this Timber right now? I would be so tempted.
I don't know. He's too
I can't
afraid,
watch this clarity. You know, it's too painful. Oh, I mean, Creep is just God Strengthening the wave up ahead because it's got the catapult in it. So Vol will be very disappointed about that. That's an excellent play. Now he can just TP into the jungle if he wants. It's gonna be like so long before there's more creeps here. Does he not have a TP? I'm actually surprised he didn't just TP there.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the least greedy player I've ever seen on carry. He's actually walking all the way over.
Walking? What kind of carry does that?
I actually don't know.
Oh.
Honestly, he'll still clear these camps in time, so I think it was fine. D9 can grab the stack for him. Well done. Easy dodo. What is Razor doing in this game? I feel like I haven't seen this hero at all. As the bots, gets a stack, going for the BKB right after, and then do you suppose we might see that refresher again?
Possible. I think, you know, just shoring up his win condition, so to speak, so that way he can just start running at people, because if you can't hold him down, this guy's going to cause a lot of problems. So, all right, finally, now that there's a lull with Lukey's Hoodwink. I've seen a lot of Hoodwink as a support. I've seen it in the mid-roll a couple times now with tops. And is this how you should be playing the Hoodwink, though? Should we be seeing him be more active? As he is getting run at here by Pingu and Scourge. So this is looking like a dead Lukey.
Yeah, that's a very difficult escape plan there. Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to be active. I mean, that's the whole point on the hero. You want to like get around, try and get those big kills. I'm curious what the build will be this game, because it actually looks like a pretty good game for the fabled Gleipnir, which I feel like I haven't seen or said in ages. But I mean, there's a lot of value in the roots, right? Puck, Timber, and Razor. That is nice. So could see him build towards that. Could see like a more Veil-centric build. I mean, for now, he's going Maelstrom, so I suppose it's very, very likely we'll get the Gleipnir.
I think it definitely makes sense. Every time Lukey shows up in this lane, though, it feels like they just run at him constantly. In fact, again, that's exactly what we're seeing here. Scourge will help himself to some nice damage. Got Pingo nearby.
He is poor. I don't really know what his plan is. He's like walks over and just hit the neutral, and is hoping for the best. Meanwhile, I will say DogChamp have done a very good job, I'd say, up top of holding this tower for a long time, but the rotation's coming through from Frugos now. Oh, miscommunication perhaps?
There's the rotation coming in. It's a good hit here coming out from Creep as he manages to Stormhammer 1 and Vol. It's going to take a lot to take this guy down, but they should have enough damage. He's playing with them a little bit here. Eventually, though, it's a double kill for Creep.
Oh, he went for the giant brain play because even level 1 on the Finger of Death can go through the ulti if you don't manually pop it. That's what he was going for. Okay, that makes way more sense. I thought maybe like the Timber was just like, no, his ulti's down for sure. But he really tried to thread the needle there, and unfortunately for Frugos, he was not successful.
Scourge taking a decent amount of damage, trying to hide in the tree line. He's not going to be able to. He falls to Ray Lalisa. Nice Hunt Tail coming through as they be able to hold the root into place. Lukey, he's going to pop. Ray Lalisa, he's got the double damage, but he doesn't have enough HP to stay alive. Bloody 9, not able to get off some of those spells to keep him alive in time. Over in the mid lane too, Yaren is duking it out here with the Timber. And he's got his own Timber chain, so he should be pretty good here.
Yeah, has a smoke as well. And they're going to clarity up. Looks like they probably want to use this, but Godstrength isn't ready for another 40 seconds. So yeah, they're going to pack that thing back in the backpack. Bring it out a little bit later. Vol, unable to get that top tower. I mean, Scourge Black's going to show up now, and by forcing this pressure mid, Vol's essentially grabbing all this attention and allowing Scourge McDuck to not only get the farm up top, but likely the tower too. Hopefully he doesn't die for it.
I mean, you gotta be careful when you have this hoodwink, being able to like break passives and whatnot. But well, yeah, especially when you have the backup here of Frugos, you've got Rusi nearby. So if they try to get a little too cheeky, you do have options to try to get in and get back out again. So,
yeah,
but yeah, they're protecting their towers very well against the cut this game.
Still a nice play, though, the way they set it all up for the free tower for Scourge McDuck. He gets the bonus gold. He is now very, very wealthy and well on his way to that BKB. And I think when that refresher comes out, he's going to be a real pain. Pingu, bushwhack, because he's a tree, hanging with the trees. Virtually inevitable. And will Creep commit for the push bottom. Hard to do when they're diving mid again.
It is indeed. The stolen Dream Coil, though. We've got a little maypole going on over here in this lane. Rusi has to be careful. He's going to dodge away. Should have enough damage to take down Ray Lalisa. As the puck running out here. Vol is taking a whopping amount of damage, though, coming out from the team. And eventually, he does fall as Creep makes his own rotation.
Oh, looky.
Ooh, he almost had it. Uphill misses. Courier's too fast. Oh, there you go, Trent. You don't have to be triggered this game. They protected their Courier this time.
I mean, it was the mini Doom Courier, honestly. Take that thing down.
Biased. My goodness.
I am definitely biased against some Couriers. That is 100%. Creep running low on Godstrength. They have about a quarter of it left, and they still want this tower.
Whack here. Lukey lining up the shot. Cuts down the tree. And they'll take the mid tower on the side of DogChamp.
And they just back away. A couple low heroes in the Radiant, but they don't want to push their luck too much, especially because they have a spend. So I'm sure he's just thinking things like, how about an Ancient stack, guys? And, oh, just in time. Get in there, Yaren. Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh, man, I love stacks. Stacks are the best. You're actually just making more gold than is on the map. It's so broken. Stacking is like, I still can't believe it even exists. And they kept buffing how much gold the support got, too. You are Alchemist. This is why Alchemist is bad, guys. Everyone's Alchemist.
I mean, it's literally an investment, right? It's an investment in your future. By stacking today, you get a little bit of a return, and then immediately the sharpshooter comes out here. Vol throwing his weight around, positioning himself over the side. Ray Lalisa jumping forward here with the dragon form, but he doesn't manage to go and land the tail in time, as they'll just pin him right back over. They use the Finger of Death. They've got enough damage. They take down this Dragon Knight. He is just a non-factor as they use the Dream Coil over the backline. Garen was managed to steal it. Rusi, though, sitting very low. They'll find the kill on Rusi, but they'll end up being able to take down Yaren and this tower. Ooh, that moment of hesitation. Yeah, for Ray Lalisa.
Yeah, he got bopped. That was sick. Instant phase shift, and then Frugos with the Hex, and then they just turned it around. That was really painful to watch, honestly. And Yaren was still holding that Dream Coil, too. That was such a nice play. Because I thought, like, oh, now here's the turn and the punish, but they can't really get in there quite yet. Oh, Creep, what is coming out on that courier? He's got his own BKB, I believe, done now. So,
wow.
All right, BKB on BKB action. And we'll have the grand reveal, most likely, from both of these heroes in our next big fight.
Be interesting to see who gets the jump on who here. As, again, they're very dependent upon Lisa being able to get a good initiation. Also, you know, I have to say that Luki's Hoodwink has found some really nice openings here with being able to bushwhack 2, followed up with the acorn shot and whatnot, but...
The combination with the DK still stands when they're put into these positions, and they're not just like the 3 and the 4, like the mid to the 3. Obviously, you can almost just extend that damage a little bit further because the core rolls. Is 9 forced to run away. That's a backstab here from Luki. Hey, nice bushwhack.
Lines up the shot, and it's another kill.
Okay, all right, I see you, Luki. He's been practicing. That was good.
Yeah, it looks good. You know, that was a question mark for me, as I wasn't sure how well that was going, but in the bottom lane, looks like Creep pop the God Strength here. Just have to be carefully. So a little bit. Yaren over here on the side. The silence comes out. He's going to be the first one to fall. It's the follow-up here with that BKB coming out from Creep now.
Yeah,
Lisa jumping forward. They want to put out the damage over onto Bull, but they have to hold him down for long enough as he throws out the Chakram. Doesn't quite have enough mana to do anything else. Trying to buy a little bit more time thanks to that living armor, but eventually DogChamp will hunt him down.
Oh, man. Creep's got one of them big brains. That was sick. He played that fight perfectly. He baited out like the long drag. They were waiting. He was under vision that entire time, by the way. They threw a ward down in that lane, and he's just waiting with his BKB. And Pingu is also waiting the whole time because he's waiting till he finally BKBs before he can entangle with the overgrowth. And then it ends up not even being that great by the time he does it because they delayed it for so long that the teammates showed up for DogChamp. So they turn that in their favor. They secure a little bit more space here in the Radiant jungle, and now we're going to farm up the rest of their neutral items too, by the looks of it. As Luki's in a spot of trouble, but will escape.
Gets himself a little Quicksilver amulet for his troubles. It's pretty good. Alright.
Oh, a lot of TP's bottom, huh?
Yeah, they want to sweep through their jungle and get them out of here. They're not happy about this.
The Blink Dagger's there and ready from Frugos, locked and loaded with the possibility of Yaren, and there it is.
Alright,
Nice.
there it is. Yep, you've got the Blink online, you've got the Finger. That's an easy, fast kill going over here to the side of the cut. And they're just poking away over at Lisa, but they don't have anything else at this time, so they'll be happy with that hit and run over on the Rubik. Perhaps they can make something happen here. Luki is, of course, top. Let's jump 4, waning Rift. Can they burst down Luki fast enough is the question. I don't think they have quite enough. So yes, Bloody9 coming in with a save here as Luki pushes back, and he's going to escape.
I'm surprised they can't get him without the Dream Coil. I guess the Razor just like doesn't have that much damage without an extended fight happening. And at this point, they're doing such a good job of like intimidating and kind of pushing back DogChamp that I'm guessing they wish they could Roche, but they can't really do it with their hero. So they're in this like awkward stance of like needing a 5-man wipe or something if they want to take it.
Yeah, that is one thing that their draft definitely lacks, is someone who's going to be able to take that Roche early. So
Smoke up here from the dogs. Who hath let them out from their side of the map? I guess it's Bloody9 because he's leading the charge.
yeah, he is captain too, you know.
He makes that noise every smoke.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're on the hunt though.
Nice
Here's a
odds,
scan.
but doesn't see Rusi.
He's got to think something's up. No one's showing on this map right now, and that is very scary.
Yeah, they scan Roche. Yeah, it's like, what are these guys up to? Because we can't Roche, but they certainly could if they wanted to pop the God Strength. And it's probably what DogChamp are up to, is hoping for a pick into a Roche, but they'll be happy to just push them back and take their camps.
They're sweeping through here. We'll have the tree down here in the bottom lane. Pingu should be fine.
Doing some plays here using the Ironwood tree, where you pop out, you throw the tree down, you can get the perfect angle on all the creeps and get the guaranteed bonus damage. So, cute stuff.
Luki walking right into Vol, gets a couple plinks off, but it might be a bit of a bait here as they jump forward. Can they blow up Luki fast enough as Frogos is taking so much damage? He's still not quite dead yet as he manages to get the Hex off. Bloody9 coming forward here. Lisa looking for the openings. Gonna have a blink in a moment. Can they keep him alive for long enough? Frogos with the blink away. Brucey falling to Yaren. There's gonna be just Lisa just handled over here on the side, but in comes Creep here. He's just joining into the fight. Looking for the opening. Scourge here pops his own BKB. There's a couple bounty runes to collect as he makes his way through. Pingu running away here. Frogo somehow managing to survive here, but this is not looking good for Pingu. Frogo's trying as they lift up the tree. They cut him down, and that's a dead Pingu.
Yaren's so happy with a stolen Earth Spike. Do so many plays. That kill onto the puck was a bit crazy. So Yaren just started controlling and preventing the puck from getting in there. So he just stuck off to the side. Rusi's trying to get engaged. So Rusi finally decides, okay, I'll just turn onto the Rubik. Does so. Then Sven comes over the tree line. Still phase shifted the initial stun from the Sven, which was nice, but was then just kind of stuck out and got a 3-shot. And unable to jaunt away in time. So a very painful team fight after that initial dream coil for Rusi. And wants some vengeance. They're TPing near this ward that was placed down, but I don't think any of that was spotted. Very nice smoke.
I do not think it was spotted either, as they are on the hunt. Scourge, of course, a bit of a race car here, going to join up with Vol, who's playing very forward. So I wouldn't be surprised if DogChamp figures something's up. Something's weird here as the smoke pops. Oh, look at the fast fingers on Yard! As he just immediately lifts. He's still going to go down here, but those reaction times, man.
But like, yeah, the angle at Alves was not very good. Holy moly.
Well, they see Lukey. He's going to run around in circles here by his tower, but they have plenty of damage. But again, they don't have any sort of creep wave here, so they are going to be forced to go back. And it's not the most efficient of ganks, although it probably felt pretty good.
Yeah, it feels like they're having a bit of a hard time converting some of these plays that they're making for a long time now in the cut. You know, if they manage to take a fight as DogChamp, I feel like they just instantly are able to like run in and get something done. I suppose they're probably a little upset that with that kill on the puck, they didn't get Roche, because that would have been really good for them.
That would have been very, very good, but unfortunately, or fortunately, if you're, you know, the cut or the DogChamp here.
I'm just an anti-Roche fan. I think he's a big bully.
I mean, he is literally a raid
couriers.
boss.
Yeah, you know, I try and charge over him as Spirit Breaker, and he bashes me. I'm personally not a big fan.
I mean, you play Spirit Breaker. I believe you you deserve to be bashed, dude.
That's fair.
What are you joining the T school of Spirit Breaking?
That's the only way, honestly. You know,
everyone always asks, when is the next Roche? They never ask, how is Roche? You know, this poor guy is just living in a pit, minding his own business, and then people just keep showing up day after day after day, just murdering the poor guy.
I mean, he could move. I don't have a lot of sympathy.
He's cursed, dude. He's cursed. And the second that he walks outside of this map, he is going to get attacked because they see a big scary monster. Nobody wants that.
He's like Shrek or something, you know. This is just his swamp.
His swamp.
Everyone just keeps coming in. He's put up some signs. There are heads on pikes, and yet people still come in. Yeah, all right. I'm getting a little bit of sympathy.
Yeah, you know, it's a hard knock life when you're a... Because what was he, a Greevel originally that stole the...
That sounds about right, I'm sure.
Was that
I don't want to be too incorrect and get slacked on or something, so I'll just go with that.
Oh no, it's a verb now.
It's a verb. Ever since he got a team, it's a verb. You know, Zoomers, they got slacks on last night. Thankfully, they cleaned up the other 2 games. They didn't have to die in meme infamy, so...
What sort of prize is this?
All right, well, DogChamp is taking over this bottom portion of the map right now. 3K net worth lead. So, you know, Avo, I know he wanted more of an even game, and I feel like we're definitely getting it this time around from both of these teams.
The cut, I mean, I keep saying they're not, like, converting to objectives and stuff, but I think what it is that they're just waiting for that, like, perfect timing. So, you know, I'm not saying that it's necessarily the wrong idea. It's just a slower pace. They just want Refresher, because when Scourge Duck has Refresher, he is going to be horrendously terrifying this game. And that's when they can actually, like, contest any Roche, contest these tier 2 towers a little bit easier. And even smoking up now with the Dire do scan. It's not going to connect. They don't like clip through it or anything. Yep, it's going to finish green. So they're not really sure what they're up to. Remember, they have all this vision down bottom. So they know they're somewhere there and then probably smoking.
They're making a nice rap play, though, here over on the cut. So they're going to check out this triangle. Try to see what they can find out.
Lisa. He's spotted by the ward. He gets to the high ground. I think he was just spotted by Rayla Lisa, maybe? Maybe not.
Do they go back? They're thinking about going in. No, they're running away. Okay, no, the blink. Rayla Lisa absolutely does not want to be there. Blinks away. Guys, I found everyone.
That's the newest episode of I Shouldn't Be Alive. I can't believe he just survived all that. That was insane.
It is indeed, as Vol does throw out the chakram here. Puts a little pressure on Lukey, but they don't want to go for a hard committal. It's like they're happy of keeping tabs on the top part of the map, keeping them away from Roche. But the bottom tower is going down.
Yeah, there's catapults on both those, so they can also push this mid. They could take it faster and still perhaps contest. But their lineup is not very good if it's not set. I think it's hard for like the Hoodwink and the Rubik to just like jump into this fight. They really want to have like good information on what's happening, and they still get intimidated on the side of the cut though. And again, that lack of pushing, punishing them there, as it was just so much easier for DogChamp. And kind of an early Satanic now picked up here for Creep, so he's gonna be a real nuisance in these fights.
And it is indeed after, you know, seeing that the Static's picked up, but checking Leaky's items, going for that Gleipnir that we talked about. The root's going to be super value this game. Whereas the Refresher is still a ways off here for our Razor over on the side of Cut.
Yeah, they don't really have great options. I mean, there will be a Lotus eventually for the Timber, but like the Puck could be in trouble. If it's rooted up, probably just dies. He's gone for slightly more aggressive, and then the Lincolns, I don't think is going to help you there either.
And Atos too is there for the as he works his way
that's right. So
we'll
we'll still have at least some control, right, in case this fight kicks off early. Well, he awaits the 700 recipe. Getting in there.
It just feels like a game of cat and mouse right now, like you're saying. You know, the big item, of course, is going to be for Scourge once he picks up the Refresher. Gleipnir, obviously, for Lukey. He's able to move around freely right now. And they have their eyes on Roche, so that is going to be the God Strength. Do they go over there, though? Looks like they're slowly sauntering over. Scourge. He's got the Solar Crest on him. How do they approach this, I guess, is the question.
Carefully with BKB.
Carefully. Well, I mean, they're going in here. There it is. There's that beautiful Dream Coil, and they go with the BKB. BKB is being popped over on Lisa as well. Followed up with the Overgrowth. They're going to try to do some kiting here, but Creep is just running over at Bull. He's just slicing through this Timber Saw. He's going to go down. So does Scourge. Pingu left behind here as DogChamp is just ripping them apart. My God, they still got that Aegis during everything else. DogChamp having a very nice team fight here.
Yaren is incredible. He's actually carrying this game on Rubik. I'm not like on Overgrowth. He's getting all the good ultis, and he's crushing them with it every time too. Like his fight just ended on Razor. He ran with BKB, came out, then he gets Overgrowth. He's like, oh yeah, I thought they had nothing versus BKB. Too bad you gave it away. He screams at his Trent. That really hurt because he just, you know, he has certain expectations of how he gets to play that team fight, and they were broken down because of Yaren.
MVP for sure, especially in that fight, not being able to move around, you know. But the
That's what Razor wants to do.
It's
got to pass it for it.
But Yaren having the solutions. Timbersaw's coming forward here. They blink away. They do manage to go clip over onto Creep, but they follow up with a nice product shield. And Bull a little bit far here. Has to be careful. He's in the middle of quite a few. The Waning Rift coming out will throw out that silence as Rusi's just trying to poke around some chase after Bull. Over on the back line, there it is. There's a Dream Coil over onto Creep. He goes, he steals it yet again. He'll follow up, turn right back around over onto Rusi. That is a dead puck as Scourge McDuck forced to pop the BKB, run away. Yaren looking for any opening that he can get here again as they take down Pingu. This is looking not great here for the cut. He just keeps going after them. Frohus is the next one to fall. Steals up the Hex now. Everybody's eyes on Yaren here. You never know what this Rubik is going to pull out of his back pocket. There's more damage placed on the tower. He has everything he needs to lock these guys down.
Wow. What an incredible couple of minutes here from Yaren. This is unbelievable. He's going to get the Hex here too, guys.
He's chasing after a Bull right now. Creep is so fast, just slicing through them. They've got plenty of control, plenty of damage. This is going to be a dead Timber Saw. Dead for 50 something seconds. The Gleipnir is connected. Here comes Ping. All right, now they wanted to chase after Pingu. Oh, Yaren, he's thinking about it. The follow-up though, Lisa here. They'll turn their attention now. This is the TI qualifiers. You don't want to go for the heavy-duty dive. You want to make sure that you can close out the game tidily. And with an 18K net worth lead right now, going over to the side of DogChamp, they're feeling real good right now.
He can like disconnect right now, and he's still the MVP of this game. honest to God, what more can you ask from a Rubik player? To steal that Entangle, then get the Dream Coil, and then a Hex as well, jumping, blinking in, getting the follow-up kills to continue, and then somehow even granting you this gift of a Timber when you're leaving anyway, who was just trying to clear out one more wave mid. I just don't even know. Where's the Rubik players, guys? I found one of them. The other ones have been absent lately. The hero seems, claimed to be quite bad and fallen off a cliff, and then you just have plays like this.
I mean, it's one of those heroes that in the right hands, it still can look pretty darn good. It depends on the draft, depends on who's playing it. It's very similar to sort of like an Earth Spirit, right? We haven't been seeing a whole heck of a lot of Earth Spirits. Creep, though, they're going to try to make a play here. They jump over onto Creep. Can they get out the damage fast enough, though? As it goes, Stormhammer's forward here. Roosie's taking a lot of damage. They have the control. This is not looking good for the puck. He's going to try to buy just a little bit more time. The Overgrowth comes out again from Pingu over here. No one going to be able to steal it, but he does eventually fall. Roosie will fall. Bloody 9 now. Also to fall as they're just chasing after Scourge. They have to lock him into place. Bull still alive somehow. He's going to try to get some more damage off. He's not sure if he's going to be able to make it out here. Doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of mana. Does, of course, have that Soul Ring. He's being chased down, though. It looks like they're going to be able to get the kill over onto Bull. Scourge now has to run for his life. Frogos trying to hide in the tree line here. Does have the Glimmer Cape. Looks like he's going to survive a little bit longer. But there are quite a few. Yeah, they just call it.
Before more of them fall, and that will be the end of the run here for the cut, as they get burnt, and as Lore should have munched up there by the dogs of DogChamp there. Wow, that was such a performance there in a bit of a stalemate game. Well, they just waited for this perfect timing on the side of the cut. They were not able to find it, and almost like perfectly calculated by DogChamp as to when they swooped in and just stole this game completely.
Yeah, I mean, we looked at, I personally, again, I am the one apparently who curses teams here. As Trent, you are allowed to continue as an analyst. No, but
yes.
I like the draft coming out from the cut, but the execution coming out from DogChamp just looked so nice. Ray Lalisa having a nice start also helped out, and of course, yeah, an MVP for sure with those steals. When you are lacking in stuns, you can just make up your own, just borrow them from someone else and turn them against them, and that's clearly what ended up happening. So unfortunately, the cut's gonna say goodbye here. DogChamps will be going further, and we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the post game for you guys.